everyone, Christine here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to all my new subscribers. I have a sneaky peek for you today for Scrap Diva Designs January release, which is available for sale on Friday, January 9th. And this is Erica's info, scrapdivadesigns.com. And remember to check out her hashtag for tons of inspiration. And if you upload a project using her products, make sure you use that hashtag. And here's all her social media sites. And I'm going to leave everything down below. And so the new dies I'm featuring today is this one. This one is called the 3D Kissing Booth Box. And Erica has a tutorial on her channel, so I'm going to leave that down below. And this measures across 5 by 3 3/4. And the width is 1 1/4 inches. And also I'm using the Valentine treat holder pouch. This is also in the new release. And this includes a stitched heart, and I'll point that out to you where I use that. And then also I'm using the confetti plates. There's a heart and a bow here, heart plate and a bow plate. And I'll point those out where I use those. And I also use the double ruffle set, and I'm using the smallest one here. And by the way, this measures 8 1/16 by 1 3/4, but once it's folded, it's 4 3/4. And I have it up here in case you guys want to see. These are the scallop dimensions, and this is the other dimensions. Okay, and then also I use the romantic heart. And I use the smaller heart and just the fallouts from the smaller one. And there was a tiny little heart that measures about 1/8 of an inch. And I'll point that out to you where I use that. And also the paper line I used was a Recollections 12 by 12 single sheet. And it was the only one they had left. And I went online to see if I could order more. And they did have it. They showed it online, but it said unavailable to ship and unavailable for pickup. So anyway, I also used from this paper line. This one is from last year's Valentine's paper, and I used these acetate sheets for my windows, and I'll point that out to you. And then also I'm using these die cuts. I bought a ton of these when back in the day. From Michael's, and this is from K&Company, and this one is called KP Valentine Ephemera Die Cut Cardstock. It's made by Kelly Panacci. I actually met her many years ago when I took one of her classes. And but I love this. I wish they brought it back in stock. I even cut out some of these miniature die cuts too. And so let me see. So let me share with you my project. Isn't it super cute? I love it. Let me give you an overall view. So here's the acetate windows I was talking about. And the back, it's even pretty on the back, even though I didn't add any lace. And then here's that other window with the heart acetate. Okay, so starting at the top here, I have this banner, this love banner. Now, the die itself includes a banner, and it includes 7 flags, but I cut off 3 because I just wanted to spell out the word love. And I cut it out on white cardstock, and then for the layers, for the love layers, I backed them with foam. And then I just used some white ink here, and if you're interested in which ink I used, just leave it in the comments below. And now I also added these tiny little hearts, and those are the romantic hearts fallouts, and this red one here is also a negative from that. And then I just added these tiny little bows, and those are made from waxed linen thread. And then I have some tulle trim from my twinsy, Mimi Johnson Designs. Hey girl. And then for this here, these stitched hearts are from the Valentine treat pouch. So I added 2 there. And this die cut and these 3 roses are from the K&Company die cuts. And then this heart and this bow is from the confetti plates. And I forgot to bring this die up here, but for my base, I use the Belly Band Duo, the oval scalloped one. And then I just have some cheesecloth there. And then I have some roses. I didn't have any tiny red ones. I may go back and change this. And then I have a red rose here. I have a little seam binding bow, and this charm here is from Lynn, the Gift Diva. Hey Lynn, thank you so much. And then here, this is where I use that double ruffle set. And let's see, and then I have Kissing Booth here, which I popped up on foam. And oh, and these little hearts here are also the negatives from the romantic hearts. Isn't that cute? And then I have some lace at the bottom. And so again, here's that, here's a better view of that acetate from Michaels. And then I have in here some glass files. This one came from Lady Cree's shop. She does still sell them, and I'll leave her link down below. Hi, my sweet friend. And I just embellished the top. I painted the cap white and added these flowers, and these flowers are all from Lady Cree as well. And then I added some flat back pearl trim and these little fabric flowers, either from Michaels or Hobby Lobby. And then I have another vial, and this one is from Cuddle Me Clay, her shop. But again, I painted the cap white and added all my embellishments. And I'll leave her link down below. And this is her mix here. And then here's a third one. I just had a mix from, I think this is from Joann's. Okay, so that's that. And these vials fit in there easily. And I need to get more from the Dollar Tree. And I think that's it. So isn't that cute? And so I'm going to leave the links down below to all the products that I've used. And once her sale goes live, I'll leave the direct links to the new products. And don't forget to use my coupon code PINKHOUSE10 to get 10% off your entire order, as well as my affiliate links. And thank you all so much for using my code and my links. I really appreciate that. And I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now.